YouTube viewer, have you heard the good news? It is risen. And by it, I mean the VinePair 50 Best Spirits of 2023 list. It came out of nowhere. It's here with you. And today, myself, Tim McKirdy, managing editor at VinePair, we're going to explore one of our favorite bottles from the list. Before we do though, I'm gonna ask a favor from you. A very small holiday festive favor. Would you go ahead and click subscribe? All you need to do, it's one click of the mouse. You go down there, you find it, one click. Here's the payoff. Spirits reviews, cocktail recipes, bar recommendations from some of the finest minds in the land. That's the fine folks here at VinePair. Get yourself over there, subscribe, and I'm not moving anywhere until you do, so I'm gonna set up something here. All right. I'm going to assume that you've done that. Thank you very much. And happy holidays to you too on a festive edition of the best bottles from our 50 best list, a lot of bests in there, of 2023. I'm excited to share this one with you today because not only is it a bottle of tequila, which is the most exciting category of spirits, bar none right now in the US, this is something unique. Because the bottle we're looking to explore today is Tequila Ocho Puntas. 2023 edition. Even if you are a tequila geek, I'm willing to bet you might not have heard of Puntas before, so let's get into what it is. Now, when you distill a spirit, there are three things that the producer is pulling off that still, and the first things to come off the still are what they call the heads. Then you get the heart, then you get the tails. Heads, heart, tails. Heads, heart, tails. The heart is what they're looking for. It's the highest quality spirit. It has the most flavor, and it has the least amount of flavor and aroma compounds that we generally consider to not be that good. Well, in Oaxaca, what distillers do oftentimes for their own consumption is pull off the heads, but they like to call it puntas. And that's basically the majority of the head and perhaps a tiny bit of the heart. Punta spirits are gonna have more of a mouthfeel. They're gonna feel maybe more creamy, more oily. They're gonna have more presence. And they're also generally gonna have a higher ABV. You got that one for free. Here's another interesting little factoid, a nugget for you to take away and share at the dinner table. Oftentimes we don't shake spirits in bottles. We don't really have any need to. But there's something you can learn from it, and that's the formation of the bubbles, and that's what that tells you about the spirit. We're gonna compare this to a standard Tequila Ocho, Silver, Plata, Blanco, whatever you wanna call it. And what we're gonna show here is when we shake, we're gonna get these much larger bubbles that are gonna dissipate real fast. Whereas in the Blanco, which has a much higher concentration of hearts, those bubbles are gonna be finer and they're gonna stick around for longer. Now, I don't want any conspiracy theorists out there saying that because there's more liquid in this than this one, that's gonna affect the bubbles. It's absolutely not. I just didn't wanna drink this much tequila straight before coming on video. I certainly didn't wanna pour it down the drain. I'm confident of the technique anyway. So here we go. Blanco Puntas. All right, this is gonna be weird. And if you look at those bubbles, immediately on the right, they are dying fast. And on the left, they're still around. That's Puntas, that's the test. Some more numbers to know about this bottle. I think we're talking $75-ish MSRP when it came over to the States. This is a bottle that tequila geeks will go hunting for. It's probably gonna cost considerably more, so I say pay it. I say this, the juice is worth the squeeze. Because we're coming in at 53% ABV, those aromas are gonna be more intense. They're gonna come out, they're gonna leap out of the glass. Imagine those little aroma molecules, they're leaping. I'm getting the classic kind of vegetal profile of tequila that a lot of people love. I personally love it too. I like fruity tequila, but I also love green, herbaceous, vegetal, mineral tequila, which is what we have on show. There's an interesting kind of creaminess to the aroma of this tequila too. And that also leads my brain down this weird path of almost arriving at vanilla. I want to set things straight here. This is an additive-free tequila. This isn't like some of those other brands that are literally adding vanilla. It's a very muted note, but I'm definitely picking up on something like that. Pineapple, green mango, cilantro, jalapeno. Just wash those hands after, don't put them in your eyes. Oh yeah, this is a fantastic tequila. It was a big sip to take for 53% ABV, but it was worth it because I've got that incredible sensation that I talked about before on the palate. There's that creaminess, it washes over the palate. Drinking this tequila is every bit as much about the texture as it is the flavor. I think it should be a sipper. Even though this is an unaged spirit, even though this is, for all intents and purposes, it's a Blanco, you might look weird. People might judge you if you're sipping unaged spirits, but I think this makes a fantastic case. Can you use it in cocktails? Please do. And don't just make a margarita, like make some other incredible tequila drinks with this. A Paloma, it would be amazing. Trying to think of other tequila cocktails. There's not that many classics. El Diablo is another one. Batanga, I think, is that one. That's just with Coke. Anyway, you get the picture. Yes, you can use this in cocktails, but I think you're missing a trick if you're not sipping this spirit. So there you have it. Tequila Ocho Puntas. I hope we've learned something today. It's been another edition of VinePair's 50 Best Spirits of 2023. Was this the top tequila? You'll have to head to the list to find out. It actually wasn't. But it's a fantastic tequila. Puntas, what do you think? Do you like it as a concept? Are you familiar with it as a concept? I'm Tim McKirdy, managing editor at VinePair. Until next time.